We shall now take a look at LGBTQ awareness. Supporting lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender children and young people or those questioning their sexuality. Numerous young people, whether lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and those questioning their sexuality, have difficult experiences when they reveal their sexual orientation or identity, but there is support available. Offering support to LGBTQ groups, clubs, and many different organizations in their efforts to help parents and families understand and accept. Useful definitions taken from glaad.org. Bisexual. Physically, romantically, and/or emotionally attracted to men and women. Coming out. People forge a lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender identity first to themselves and then may reveal it to others. Publicly identifying one's orientation may or may not be part of coming out. Gay. Used to refer to a male or female whose sexual orientation is attraction to persons of the same sex and/or gender. Lesbian. A woman whose enduring physical, romantic, and/or emotional attraction is to other women. Heterosexual. Used to describe people whose enduring physical, romantic, and/or emotional attraction is to people of the opposite sex, also known as straight. Homophobia. Used to refer to a range of negative attitudes and feelings towards lesbian, gay, and in some cases, bisexual, transgender people. Homosexual. Outdated clinical term considered derogatory and offensive by many gay and lesbian people. Transgender. Term for people whose gender identity differs from what is typically associated with the sex they were assigned at birth. Transsexual. Appearing as, wishing to be considered as, or having undergone surgery to become a member of the opposite sex. Q. The questioning of one's gender, sexual identity, sexual orientation, or all three is a process of exploration by people who may be unsure, still exploring, and concerned about applying a social label to themselves for various reasons. The letter Q is sometimes added to the end of the acronym LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. The Q can refer to either queer or questioning. It is vitally important that children get support and have opportunities to discuss issues in what can be a difficult time in their life. Understanding and supportive parents, carers, and other family members, as well as additional peers, groups, etc., is critical. Despite some of the potential challenges, it is important to remember that for many young lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people, it can also be a very exciting stage in their lives. Many children and young people will generally know that they are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or question their sexuality or gender identity from a young age. A large number don't tell anyone until they are older. This is mainly because they are scared and worried about others' perceptions of LGBTQ people. This gap between initial questioning of their identity and starting to accept it can leave a window of time when young people can suffer with lower self-esteem, depression, isolation, etc. Changes in legislation over recent years has ensured that in many areas of life, such as education, health, the workplace, sport, and many other day-to-day activities, LGBTQ people should enjoy and can demand the same rights as everybody else. Despite the new laws, many people still hold grudges against anyone who is perceived as different and demonstrate discriminatory attitudes or behaviors. The changes to the law mean that groups have a responsibility to provide services and support all children and young people, including those who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. There are things that you can do to help make sure LGBTQ children and young people feel included and valued in the group, as well as identifying and challenging homophobic bullying. Providing support for LGBTQ children and young people. LGBTQ-specific services aim to improve outcomes for LGBTQ young people and ensure that they receive the same entitlements and quality of service as any other service user in a safe environment. All settings should aim to provide an environment where LGBTQ young people are free to just be themselves and to experience acceptance from adults and other young people. Providing accessible and welcoming information for LGBTQ young people embraces diversity and creates an environment where everyone should feel valued, and LGBTQ young people have their needs fully taken into account without encountering prejudice or homophobia. Quote, "I got bullied today at Youthy, but I can't disclose to anyone as this will involve me having to come out as no one knows I'm gay." Boy, 15, Youth Club. Good practice for working with LGBTQ young people. Many groups already work with a wide range of children and young people from different backgrounds and with different needs. Ensuring that their services more effectively meet the needs of LGBTQ young people is another element of this. Considering and implementing the issues listed below will help your group work towards best practice and allow LGBTQ young people to feel safe and supported in and by the services they use. The organization treats everyone with respect and fully implements equal opportunities and tackles homophobia in the same way as racism, sexism, and other forms of discrimination. Anti-bullying policies take into account LGBTQ issues and are visible within the group setting. The images the organization presents and displays reflect LGBTQ diversity. Practices are open and inclusive and do not automatically assume that everyone is heterosexual. Mainstream services are available to everyone. Positive action is taken to attract a representative group of young people to attend. The service undertakes sensitive monitoring of sexuality. Staff have LGBTQ awareness training and understand the needs and vulnerabilities that LGBTQ young people have. Staff teams reflect the diversity in the community in terms of sexuality, as well as race, gender, religion, ability, age, etc. There is knowledge within the organization about the range of LGBTQ facilities and resources available, both nationally and in the local community. Helping parents and carers. Children and young people who are LGBTQ are more likely to be happy and positive about their sexual orientation or identity if their parents or carers are there to support and understand their situation. Not every LGBTQ young person will want their parents to know about their sexual orientation or identity, and this will need to be managed carefully. When a young person begins to question their identity or comes out, it can sometimes be a difficult time for parents, carers, and other family members. It is important to try and offer them support and signpost them onto other groups as and when required. Most parents are only concerned for the child's well-being and would find it difficult to think about their children being bullied about their sexual orientation or identity. Parents may be worried what impact this bullying will have on their child and their future life. Some parents struggle with the issues raised either due to their own beliefs, values, or ignorance, and it is important to try and maintain a balanced position when discussing the topic with them. Providing them with advice or information can be helpful. Where LGBTQ young people experience a difficult relationship with their parents as a result of coming out, other adults or agencies that will offer support and listen to your needs could include other family members, GPs, local council services, youth workers, teachers, specific LGBTQ services, helplines, youth clubs, etc., Childline.